plaintiff, Shaveda Thompson, says the defendant was her neighbor, and she had a problem with Shaveda because the defendant's husband wanted her. Shaveda says the defendant constantly called her racial slurs, and she's suing because the defendant's dog attacked her. Defendant Nora Perez says on the night of the incident, Shaveda and her witness were having sex in the hallway of their apartment, so she went to confront them. Nora says her dog only bit Shaveda after she and her witness provoked him, and Nora's countersuing for emotional distress.
Start with you.
Well, Nora, she was my neighbor for like a year and a half. I think she had a problem with, she did have a problem with me. And I think the reason why she had a problem with me is because her husband used to always watch me. I guess he wanted me, but I can't help no one for looking at me. I mean, I can't help he was looking at my Beyonce legs. I couldn't help that. You know what I'm saying? They was racist. They was very racist.
Where you getting all this from?
No, he was. I seen him. She seen him looking at me, and he was looking at me, Your Honor.
Excuse
like,
me,
I
Your
guess
Honor?
he wanted me.
I'm looking at you and I don't want you.
I understand that. No. He wasn't looking at me like that, Your Honor. It wasn't that. He was looking at me like a way that you know that a person basically wanted me. That's how
Excuse me, Your Honor, that's not true.
How you know?
Because I know my
You can't see through his eyes. You don't know which way he's looking.
I know my husband. I've been with him for 13 years.
And he's never looked at another woman. Yeah, right.
Not.
Go ahead. Now I believe you. You might not have caught him. He may have been looking like that. But he looked.
They was very
not
racist.
her necessarily, but somebody. He just
They was very racist, Your Honor. Every time we used to enter the building, they always say the N-word towards us. Every time we would go enter our building and say just, you know what I'm saying?
Just out of the blue, huh?
Yeah, just
so they said it to you so much so you thought it was your name?
Yeah, not
Please,
not that,
ma'am, I'm not believing that either. Every time just out of the blue, every time they say, what would you do? Just wait. What would you do? What would you do? I know what she would have a black eye every time she said it. See, you need to be honest, ma'am. If you starting out on the wrong foot, you know this woman ain't called you no every single time she saw you.
Your Honor, it was her and her sons, not only her.
Honor,
and every time I enter the building, they'll be in the hallway smoking marijuana, snorting up coke. They asked me one time, did I want to try it one time?
Excuse me, Your Honor, that's a lie.
Was that before or after they call you?
That was during the process. That was during the process.
In the process,
Excuse me, Your Honor, that is a lie.
What else you want me to know before I go to her?
They was just very dysfunctional, Your Honor. They called the police. The police came out. Like, ever since they moved in, like, they just been harassing us. Like, it's just, like, they the neighbors from hell. Like, it's just been, like, terrible.
Let me hear from you.
That's not true, Your Honor. Never am I racist. First of all, I got a niece and a nephew that is black, okay? So there's
You don't need that. You're Latino, right?
Exactly.
Well, you already
So
a victim of racism, right?
Oh yeah, I'm
all right, damn, that's all you gotta say. We both discriminated against. We didn't gotta go no further than that. You might want to stop calling them every time you see them.
But that's the thing, I didn't call them
that might help things a little bit.
Okay, but that's the thing, I never called them
I don't believe you said every time you see them. Now your sons may get into a little something more shouting match and they might say
They were always harassing us. They were calling
About
the
what?
cops on us because we're prejudiced. And they even said that about the cops.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
That's not a lie.
That's a lie.
Because I got police reports here of harassment,
Let's see
of
it.
assault.
Let's see it, man.
You're gonna sit
You
there
have
and
any
say
police
no.
reports?
I have police reports,
Of
yes.
harassment and assault?
No, I have a police report on her for battery.
Battery? That's assault and battery against you? Against you?
Yes,
Okay.
and I have
Victim information notice, aggravated assault incident.
Exactly.
I don't see your name on here, ma'am.
No, the cops did not put it under my name, but it
Whose
was
name did they
because
put it under? There's nobody's name on here.
They made the police
Let's see.
report.
You don't have you have a name, battery. No, you don't have a name on here either.
Okay.
Well, I do have a subpoena here. We commanded you, Thompson, that's you, versus Elliot Perez, Nora Perez, and Jose Perez. Okay, no, you all were charged. What was the result of this case?
basically they was found guilty right here. It's a 1-year probation and 10 days of
So
swap.
tell me what happened that caused medical bills.
Well, on February the 25th, me and my friend D'Angelo Boyd, we was coming in from a nightclub, and as we was entering the building, Norbert she began, she just came out like.
Started with an old routine, huh?
Yeah, she just immediately.
Where you been? Go ahead. What did she do?
It's like she was up waiting.
Just out of the blue.
It's like she was up waiting on me to come back. Waiting on us to come
What
back.
happened, man?
So she immediately came out. She got the disrespecting us with all types of names and whatnot. So she was very loud. So immediately her sons came out and got the attacking my friend D'Angelo boy. Got the hitting him upside his head.
Let her finish.
Got the hitting him upside his head. After they ran out, 2 dogs came running out also. So he's fighting the sides and he fighting the 2 dogs also. So me, I ran up the stairs. I was trying to get into the
what type of dogs?
It was a pit bull and it was some type of other breed.
Go ahead.
I don't know.
Just go ahead.
So when I seen all that happen and I'm trying to get upstairs or whatnot, so D'Angelo, he ran behind me and they end up running behind him. So next thing I know, we at the top of the stairs. They hit me upside my head. They hitting him. The dog was up there at the same time. So the dog came around, he grabbed my leg and he wouldn't let go. So my mother, she was asleep, but she heard all the noise. So she got up, she came out, she opened the door. She seen the dog on my leg. She grabbed the dog and threw the dog down the stairs.
Did the animal control come?
No, the animal control, they did not come.
Police did come?
The police came, the ambulance came.
What was the result?
They all was found guilty and it was 1 year probation.
Ma'am, let me hear from you.
Okay, well,
Let me have
what
your medical
happened
bills.
was they came from clubbing under the influence because she came in already hurt. She was already complaining about, oh, it hurted her because I was up with my 19-month-old. They were arguing and stuff about somebody touching her in the nightclub, and then from there it came, oh, I don't go that way, and then she said,
Did you
oh,
come
don't
out of
touch
your
my
apartment when she had come home?
It was in the hallway.
And you came out?
Yeah, because she was moaning. They were having sex in the hallway.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
Okay, they were having sex in the hallway.
You just told me they were arguing. Now they're having sex.
She seen him looking at me and he was looking at me, Your Honor.
Excuse me,
I
Your
guess
Honor?
he wanted me.
I'm looking at you and I don't want you.
I understand it. No. He wasn't looking at me like that, Your Honor.
Defendant Nora Perez is being sued by her former neighbor, who says she was attacked by Nora's pit bull because she claims Nora is a racist.
You came out to see him have sex? Is that your thing?
When I came out, they were moaning.
Yeah, and why did you come?
Yeah.
If they were moaning and having sex, why did you come out?
Because I have several minors. I have my 19-month-old.
What time was it?
This was at 4:45.
Oh, and you didn't want the 19-month-old to hear the sex.
Exactly, because my 19-month-old
If
shouldn't
they're
have
moaning,
to hear
a
it.
19-month-old wouldn't be awakened by a moan.
Well, she woke up to get her
Let's
bottle.
talk about the assault and the bites and the convictions. Let me hear about that.
Okay, the D'Angelo boy provoked my dog. Okay, because when I went out there to tell him to take it upstairs, then that is when D'Angelo boy started swearing at me and stuff.
What about her, though? These are pictures of her injuries.
She got in the middle of it. She got in the middle of it when my son came to tell him not to call me, she was swearing, he was swearing at me. So he came to defend me like a son. He started swearing at me and started throwing punches at my son. Okay? Yeah, and the dog came out, okay? And he kicked the dog, so he provoked the dog.
Did you tell the court that?
No, I told the public defender I was not allowed to talk.
Okay, but you were convicted anyhow.
Yeah.
All right, so they didn't believe you.
Apparently they didn't.
Right, and so I don't either. We stand with the fact that you have been convicted beyond a reasonable doubt. $5,000 for counterclaims for what?
Oh, she caused me to have my baby early.
All right,
2
caused you to
weeks
have
early.
your baby early, but you had your baby, right?
Yeah, and it was
good. I'm glad to hear that. Your
C-section.
claim is dismissed. Yours is granted. $5,000. Have a good day.
Basically, she knows she was wrong for that.
I
She
moved
know
for what?
You was wrong for that, Norma.
For what?
You was wrong, and God
I
don't
was
like
trying to
ugly.
help you when he had you in
You was wrong
public
for that,
choking
Norma.
you.
But your dog, though, you didn't
But
try
my
to
dog
grab your
what?
dog. You
Yes,
provoked
I
it.
told to get
And
the
God is
dog
good all the
off.
time.
Wrong for doing what you were
Okay.
doing in the stairway too.
All the time.
Man,
What's that way? What's that way?
Y'all was wrong
What's
for
that way?
that.
What's that way?
Y'all was
Come on,
wrong
y'all
for
just
that.
man. We fast stacks. We fast stacks. We
I
winning
don't
my
care.
shit. Goofies, y'all goofies, and it don't matter, dog.
That's why we're where we're
Words is
at.
cheap.
That's
Words
why
is cheap. Words is
That's
cheap.
why
Words is cheap.
That's why we're where we're at.
Dysfunctional.
Yeah,
Y'all ain't got it together. Express. Y'all
Get out of here. Talk to
totally
the
awesome.
hand.